Hi guys, Emma Maflin here for Snookerfans.co.uk. I'm here with Scott Gillespie, current World, European and IPA Irish Open 8-ball pool champion. And we've got a friendly face, Jamie Burnett, former snooker pro on the circuit for 25 years and also Shanghai Masters 2010 runner-up. Hi guys.
How you doing?
Thanks for joining me today. You two are friends. How long, how long have you been friends and where did it all start?
I would imagine it's coming up in how long you had the club for?
11 years. 12 years, something like that.
And I was actually at a pool tournament, and Jamie was there with always a good friend Brian Taylor, and Brian had come over and said to me, listen, my mate Jamie's going to be opening up a pool club, and he said you're more than welcome to always it's just the next town for me, so you're more than welcome to come and play in it, and always introduce yourself to Jamie and that, and start playing out the club. And to be honest, the relationship's just started from there.
Jamie, was that a good day for you, meeting Scott? Or?
Yeah, brilliant, yeah. The first time I knew him before that. I went to a couple of tournaments with Brian to watch him play. And he obviously says, he mentioned Scott, and I sat and watched him, and it was different class. And I says to Brian, I says, how well do you know him? And he says, well, I said, I'm quite well. So he spoke to a couple of friends, sort of mutual friends. We arranged a game, and we went out to AQ here in Airdrie for a couple of games of pool. Scott gave me my first pool lesson that day, and then after that we sort of became friends and started playing pool together and snooker together. So yeah, I've known each other a long time now.
So we're going to do just a Q&A, questions and answers for you both. Scott, I'll start with you. What age did you first start playing pool and who inspired you?
Well, initially I started playing snooker probably when I was 9-10 year old. It was through my dad. My dad played snooker with his friends down in the local snooker club in Larkhall. I started playing there, and then as I got older, it was 2003 was my very first pool tournament, which I would have been 17, I think it was, and I actually qualified for the professional tour for 1 year, but I played as a professional stroke amateur just to get a bit of experience. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was actually a really good first year because I won the World Under 21s.
Good start. Yeah. I was going to say, I obviously know that you were a talented snooker player. I know you've practiced with the likes of Graham Dott. So kind of why did you go on the pool and not pursue the snooker?
Well, I was quite fortunate for where I played out here. As you say, Graham Dott played out there. There was an ex-pro, Colin Donaldson, who was a really good player. Marcus Campbell actually had a wee stint at that club. Guys like Steve Maguire used to come over, but just before I played snooker, they used to have really good pro-ams in Larkhall, and Jamie will probably clarify it better. And there was, at the time, Scottish snooker was booming. And as I say, I played a lot of snooker. I do feel I could have made it at snooker, kind of got on the tour, maybe fell off the tour, got on the tour, and I just decided it probably wasn't for me that, and so I went and got a trade behind me, and I just kind of went the pool route.
Jamie, when did you start?
I started when I was 9. My first shot on the snooker table in Leisureland in Hamilton, and I fell in love with it right away. Do you know what I mean? I think you know. And I started playing in it was the Davis Club. It's actually my club just now, the Bar 147. I was at Davis Club years ago, and Jim Donnelly, the Scottish pro, was coaching in there at the time. I started there on a Sunday afternoon and just went for there. I played a little bit of pro as well at the time, but you know my sort of first love was always snooker, and it was every day, you know, after school I just wanted snooker. And I think you need to be like that. You know? Yeah. I think to be professional, playing at sort of a high level, you need to be at it every day, hour after hour. And that's what I love doing.
And when did the pool come about?
Well, like I said, I played a wee bit of pool then, just a bit of fun, enjoyment. But the pool sort of started, it was probably through Brian, actually. When I met Brian and Jack Daniels playing poker. And we got chatting, and Brian said he played the pool, so we started a few games, and he said, do you want to play in the pool team? I said yeah, and it just went for there, you know what I mean? Then I sort of started meeting sort of friends, and I met a lot of nice people since, obviously Scott being one of them, and it sort of got a wee bit more serious and started sort of trying to improve a wee bit and learn the game a bit, and yeah, that's where my love for the pool came from.
Scott, what was the first pool singles title that you won?
Well, as I'd said earlier, one of my very first big tournaments was 2003. I'd entered it was like they had a home nations tournament where all was England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales all had their under 18 tournament, and the winner of each nation then went and had a playoff, and the winner of that went on the pro circuit for a year. So that was probably my big first one, and then the same year I went on to win under 21 Worlds.
How did that feel winning that?
To be honest, it was a shock. I mean, coming from snooker, I could pot, but like there's a lot more to learn than just potting balls at pool. But no, it was probably it was a shock to the system at first. But I mean, I kind of realised I had a bit of potential at the pool.
Yeah, well, it must have been a great feeling. Who, in your opinion, who do you think's the toughest player to compete against? Is there one that?
I'm not really a fan of always kind of saying people are good because I believe I'm up there myself.
Yeah.
But, the best player I've probably ever played is Mick Hull.
In snooker, we say like we have like a bogey player,
Yeah.
don't we, Jamie? Like there's always
I
someone.
had a few of them, Emma.
Yeah, that you just seem to not play well against. Does that
Yeah.
happen to you, Scott, in pool or?
In pool, years ago, there was a guy, Ants Morrison, used to play. He doesn't really play now. I'm actually good friends with him, but he was a bogey player for me. But once another guy recently was Mark Farnsworth as well. But once you get that 1 or 2 wins in a row against him, you can start forgetting about that.
Yeah, you just break the
Yeah, exactly.
the cycle. Jamie, you've won multiple national pool titles, Scottish seniors.
Yeah.
Couple of the Scottish ranking events, IMs.
Yeah.
How did that feel for you winning them?
It was good. You know, a couple of people says that when I started playing that I had no chance of winning, that I wouldn't be good enough at the pool to win them. So it was nice to just. I don't really take a lot. To be honest, I don't really get involved in all the sort of trash talk and all that carry on. You know what I mean? If you're good enough, you're good enough. But other people's opinion never really bother me. But I don't mind sort of shutting people up every now and then. You know what I mean? Especially if it's somebody that's got something to say or somebody that's good, then that's fine. When it's people that aren't as good as you or kind of do that, you've all just been quiet.
Yeah.
Just whatever happens. And it was nice to win a couple. I moved up the ranking list a wee bit. And it was just enjoyment, Emma. You know, I mean, I'm not out to prove anything. I'm not trying to be anything. I'm not. I play it because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if there's a wee bit of success here and you win a wee bit of money, then great. You know what I mean? But for me, it's just about enjoyment. Snooker was different though. That was like I say, my first love. You know, snooker. I took that really serious.
That's what I was going to ask you both really, because you both played snooker and then pool. What's different? Is there? I mean, a lot of people think pool's easier than snooker. Well, it's not. So how would you weigh them both up?
I think it's your attitude towards it. I mean, when I played snooker, it was life or death. When I play pool, it's about enjoyment. Whereas the Scots probably the pool side is a lot more important to him when he plays snooker. He'll still play to win, but it'll not be as important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you pick that one thing and you just you put everything into it. That's what it was for me.
One thing I would say is, I mean, I don't mean every single snooker player, but there's a lot of kind of high-end snooker players out there, and people that do play snooker think pool's easy, and that's not the case because I mean, you've got snooker players that do come over, and I mean it's tough. I mean, there's guys like Stephen Lee. He actually had a wee stint there. He was playing some money matches at pool, and they get beat a couple. Now, he always a great snooker player, but when you come to pool, when all the balls are there, they're not going to miss. But it's when it comes tactical and stuff like that, it is a tough game in its own. You know what I mean?
I've watched quite a lot of pool since meeting you guys. I've watched a lot more than I did in the past, and it's actually blown my mind because some of it's like you say, you can pop them, but it's getting from the next ball to and the tactical side of it. It's a lot harder than I ever thought it was. So it's opened my eyes. Also the frames as well with snooker, it can go on for quite some time, and you can look away for a few minutes, and you guys have played like at pool like two, 3 frames have gone. It's just it can happen so quickly.
Yeah. That
must be a huge difference when getting stuck in like matches at snooker, and especially I don't know, but don't seem to be a lot of slow pool players, or
you do get it in pool as well though. I mean, see, like say I'm in snooker, if you look at Ronnie OSullivan for example, I mean Ronnie never ever liked the longer frames or the tactical side. It's different now, you know, he digs in all the time now. It's really impressive to watch, but he was always interested in the big breaks, fast, getting off finishes. We've got the same in pool. We've got guys like that, and you get your tactical guys who will deliberately sort of play a different way against them because they know they want to play fast, they want to. Like, it's like when Mark Selby played Ronnie OSullivan, he would happily tie the frame up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because he knows he doesn't want to play that way. Phil's the exact same. You've got they types of players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just tactics, you know, and playing the right shots at the right time. Just the same.
One for you, Scott. What was it like representing Scotland at 9 Ball on Sky Sports with Jason Shaw? How was that for you?
I mean, I've played on like always a lot of streams in my time, but Sky Sports was kind of a bit mind blowing, to be honest. And I would just say thanks to Jason again for always the opportunity to let me play with him. But it was when Jason had asked me to play, and I actually just kind of took a wee step back and realised this is Sky Sports, like it's main stage. But the feeling about playing on there was unbelievable, especially when you're playing with one of the best players in the world. I mean, 9 ball's no my forte, but when you're playing with Jason, it did make it easier. But it was definitely one of the best buzzies I've ever had at any pool.
Jamie, you've also represented Scotland. Congratulations on winning the recent European Championships at Bridlington. You was obviously playing with a team and representing Scotland, as I said. So yeah, how did that feel for you?
Yeah, it's great. You know, I think representing a country in any sport is it's a great achievement. It's, you know, it's something to be proud of, and you know, it was something, to be honest, I never ever thought I would get involved. I never thought, you know, I'd end up playing pool for Scotland. But it's great, you know, like I say, it's a good bunch of guys, great team, and everybody supports one another. Obviously I represented Scotland, you know, junior level as well, and stuff like that, and we had a lot of success. So, you know, I enjoy the team events. I don't know, I seem to try a bit harder playing for a team. You know, when I'm playing for myself, I kind of sort of let go and try certain shots and, you know, a bit more looser, but my attitude's a bit different playing for a team.
It's more pressure, isn't it?
Yeah,
you don't want to.
Absolutely. Like,
if you let yourself down, fine. It's
yeah,
you.
well, absolutely,
But
100% right, Emma. You know what I mean? Whether it's doubles, you know, a 3-man team, 5-man team, 10-man team, makes a difference. If you're playing a team, playing for everybody else as well, and it changes things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's more pressure, and you know, you try 10 times harder something.
Yeah. Well, question for both of you. Away from pool, what do you do for a hobby? What do you do in your spare time? Is there any other sports you like?
Yeah, I play golf. I just recently started taking up, but I always kind of played down the park and stuff like that with my golf club because my dad was a keen golfer. But now I've took that up recently, and I'm actually playing more golf than I'm pool, to be honest. But it's just good, and always a lot of my good friends play golf, so it really it helps. You know what I mean?
I take it you're enjoying golf.
Oh, I love golf. Just a pity we don't get the good weather all the time.
Yeah. Jamie, you?
Well, as you can see, Emma, I like to go to the gym a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm clearly in good shape. You know, what are you laughing at, Emma? You know, I've just sort of started back, but yeah, I enjoy it. I like golf as well, but you know, I'm not very good, so.
I've heard you're gonna join and try.
I'm definitely going to. You know, like I say, again, I enjoy the golf, but I'm not very good. They're all good golfers, a lot of them.
And, got a bit of catching up to do.
Absolutely, because you know we're going to Scott's stag do next year, and I think I'll go doing a wee golfing holiday, so I don't want to embarrass myself. So when you get to the range, and first I'll get myself a set of golf clubs first, right now, and see how it goes.
Okay. Another one for you, Jamie. The seniors tour. Sorry to get back to snooker, but would you consider?
I think so. Yeah, I've been thinking about it for the last few months actually. I've been feeling a bit better. Like I said, I've been back at the gym. I've been swimming a lot, and it's helped my neck. And I spoke to Brian about it, and I thought I'd put a wee bit of time in and see how I felt. And if I felt okay, then I would consider it. So I'm going to play for a wee bit and see how it goes.
I can't help but get excited. Sorry. Scott, we may have gone over this already, but what's your best achievement?
To be honest, they've actually all came the last year and a bit. I wasn't a great traveller in pool because I'm not that. Pool's always been a hobby to me, always will be a hobby to me. But last year and always into this year, the two titles that eluded me were the World Championships and the European Championships. And last year I was fortunate enough to win the Worlds. And then winning that kind of I still wanted to win the Europeans, but I wasn't sort of bothered because the Worlds for me is always an accolade just higher than Europeans. But then I went and obviously snapped off the Europeans as well, which is obviously just kind of complete the CV, to be honest.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you're hungry for, or do you feel like?
Last year as well, Lee Kendall started the Supreme series, and I just want to say I want to be grateful to the Supreme because they've always took me on as an ambassador this year as well. So thanks for that. But that's the first time they've actually been a tour where they've brought both rule sets to the one tour, which, if you look at that, the tournament name doesn't justify how good a tournament is, because I won the very first Supreme Series event winner.
Yeah.
And as I say, both sets of players, all the top guys in the world were in this one event, and I won it. But it's not got a World Championship accolade, so people kind of don't know as much about that. But for me, that probably is the best tournament you can win out there. But still, the Worlds does come with that accolade. They're always the world champion. That
was my next question. I was going to ask you how you felt when you won that, because I know through doing my research and speaking to one of your good friends, Brian, it's a big tournament, and for you, winning the first.
Yeah, definitely. It's always I'm always going to go down in history as winning that first event.
Yeah.
And as I said, I was never a great traveller, so everybody up here knew how good I was. I knew how good I was, but to get down there and prove it on the big stage, and it wasn't the fact that I just done it once, because people could say it was a fluke. I won 2 out of the 5 events, and also I went to the semi-finals and the grand final, so it was a really good season. No
messing about for you, Scott. Talking of Supreme Pool, you've got a few sponsors. Just tell us a little bit about them and who they are and how they've helped you.
Yeah, well, my first sponsor was Mark Johnson from MJ Hire, and I actually just get speaking to him. It must be it's probably 9 years, maybe 9-10 years we've been with each other now, and I just get speaking to him at an event, and I was just sponsoring myself, and he said, "No, listen, Scott," he says, "I fancy sponsoring a player." He's like, and then we sat down and had a wee chat about it, and he said, "I'm only really want to sponsor because I just want involved at later stages of tournaments and stuff like that." He says, "I'm a really keen pool player." And kind of we just chatted about it, and since then we've really sparked up a good relationship as well through it. So there's a big help from Mark, because any tournament I want to get in, there's just never any qualms. He just says that's perfect, and he never questions anything, which I'm really grateful for. And then obviously, as I said, this year, Supreme Series, Supreme, a girl, Laura Martin, that works for Supreme, got in contact with me and asked me to be the ambassador, which was quite a proud moment as well in my career. So they've helped me this year as well.
Takes a lot of pressure off as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because always I want to play in all the big events. I mean, I do earn out to pool, as in to cover my backside, so to speak. I could always sponsor myself in it, but when you've got a sponsor, it just takes that wee bit of pressure off, and you don't need to worry about that side. I just turn up and play the game.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to mention your lovely fiancee, Melanie. I met her, she's lovely. Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thanks.
I know you're getting married next year. Jamie's mentioned the whole stag golfing trip.
What's that? Mel knows now.
Does she not know yet?
It was supposed to be Glasgow, but...
Oh no! Oh no, tell me when I can release this.
No, it's fine.
But I kind of wanted to just give Mel a little bit of a mention, because I know she's probably been a massive support to you. You're away quite a lot, playing these pool events, and it must be hard. So I just wanted to mention Mel and just tell us how she supports you, and it must be tough being away from her quite a lot. So
definitely, I mean, always Mel's probably my rock when it comes to getting to the pool. We've been with each other for 6 years and a couple of months. Mel will definitely pull me up and tell me how long exactly. But before I started going with it, I did mention to her, listen, I'm away a lot, so if you're going to struggle with that, it probably wouldn't work, just to be nice, you know what I mean? Because there's no point in getting in a relationship and then things kind of happen, and then she doesn't know I'm away a lot, so I was up front obviously, and I'm like, I'm away a lot, and she's like, that's fine, it's your hobby, you love doing it, and pool's starting to take off a lot now, so I'm away 6-7 weekends in a row and all that, and we both work during the week, so we always the weekend would be the time you'd spend a lot of time together, but there's never any quibble from her. She supports me, she wants me to play in everything, so that's one time I'm very lucky, to be honest.
See, now you've said all that, this Portugal trip, I'll be alright
No,
now.
that's-
See, I've just helped you out there,
some
Scott.
Brucey bonus.
Thank God I didn't mention the strippers.
I knew you was going to say something like that, Jamie. Right, let's get back to you, Jamie. I'm not leaving you out. Look, because you was on the snooker tour circuit for a long time. I just want to know, do you keep in touch with anyone? Do you miss anyone? Are you not fussed?
I don't really keep in touch with any of the guys, to be honest. I mean, Tom Fo's been up a few times. I've seen him a few times. Every now and then I speak to Marcus.
Yeah.
But I do miss a lot of the guys. Do you know what I mean? Because I've known them since I was 16. You know, a lot of them, and I don't miss the game. You know, as much. I don't miss the travelling. But you get to know these people and they go through the same sort of things as you. You know what I mean? You all sort of grow up together. You're all under the same pressure, and it's hard to make a lot of friends. And I did miss that side of the game.
Yeah.
But there's not really much you can do about it. I mean, I suppose I could pick up the phone and start phoning everybody, but it'd probably just make me want to go to tournaments again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I try and sort of stay with it.
Well, they might see you if you.
Yeah, listen,
I'll
I'll definitely see them again. You know what I mean? I'll definitely go to a tournament at some point. If I do start playing the seniors tour and see them, because I played in one of the seniors events just when I turned 40. I played in one and I seen sort of guys that I hadn't seen for the Norbert Castle days. And again, right away, it was just like I hadn't seen them for a week. Guys like Sean Lanigan and that, you know what I mean? They were great players and good guys as well. And I remember the days at the Norbert Castle. It was a lot of fun. So it was good to see them as well. So
You do get asked about quite a lot.
Yeah.
Every time I'm at a tournament.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. So
we'll
mention you.
There's a lot of nice people involved in snooker, you know what I mean? And you do make a lot of friends, and it's good to see them, and I do miss them at times, but
I suppose making that 148, Jamie, you're not going to be forgotten,
no,
especially with what you got as a prize.
Yeah.
I don't know what one of your friends has sort of been in touch with me, and he wanted me to ask you who your best doubles partner is. I don't know whether that's like a bit of a wind up or.
It is. Everybody pool snooker.
Paul.
Just pool.
He really wants to know who you're.
I've probably had more success with Brian Taylor. You know what I mean? I think me and Brian have got a 90% strike rate in pool tournaments. It doesn't matter where it is, whether it's Hamilton, Motherwell, Scotland. It doesn't really matter. So I mean, Scott's alright as a doubles partner. You know what I mean? But Brian's definitely
I've always got to play second best to
Brian.
Brian.
definitely the best doubles partner I've had, Brian.
Well, gents, look, thanks for giving me your time. I really appreciate it. All of us at snookerfans.co.uk wish you guys all the best in the future. And Scott, congratulations again.
Thanks.
Tell Mel I said hi.
All good.
Jamie, tell Lisa I said hi as well.
Done,
Both lovely girls. And I'll catch you soon.
Cheers,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.